Please be advised, this series contains harsh language and references to potentially triggering material, including mention of suicide, self-harm, abuse of both drugs and alcohol, and deep discussions on religion. Listener discretion is advised. Last time on Ombligo del Diablo, we failed our trip to find a buyer for the diamond after discovering that it'd be better to cut it, but did successfully complete a slushy run. With Murph's help, and Jamie's attempt at help, we got Saffron to cut the gem for us and split off. Vincent managed to get a job in the mines, and Oliver weaseled his way into being hired as a doctor. Jamie and I went searching for tourmaline and discovered literal mole people. Murph spent some time with 13, helping him renovate his new home. And now it's time for us to meet back up to plan.
Okay, so a little bit later, after a few hours of mining for some and looking over a discard of medical equipment,
conning albinos.
Yes, conning someone someone to a possibly uncomfortable degree of success.
Yes, I do not feel comfortable sleeping in this guy's son's room.
Well, now it would just be weird not to.
It's really a conundrum.
The five of you meet up to discuss the goings on of the day, perhaps, and make the plan for when you're going to meet up tomorrow.
Hi guys. So I was thinking, maybe we should get some curtains.
Oh,
not
cards?
a bad choice, but I think she said curtains.
I did say curtains because remember how that dawn woke us up like right in the face.
Absolutely, I think you're correct.
That said, I don't know. Both me and Oliver here went out and got some gainful employment today. So who knows how long we'll have to stay in this shack.
Yeah, but did you meet a feral cave miner?
I thought you looked particularly haunted.
The hell happened to you, Jamie?
I relay the story.
You're shitting me.
The whole time, Jamie keeps giggling. Oh, I forgot to mention, Matt.
Lose a sanity point. Yeah, I know.
3 sanity damage.
3? Oh, great. Making up for lost time.
Finally, it's not me.
Oh, and 1 for Sam.
God damn it, I didn't even see anything. Don't do this to me.
Sometimes the things on the edge of your vision can be worse.
I saw nothing, damn it.
Fear of the unknown.
I fight against this loss of a sanity point.
That's why you'll have dice to roll, don't worry.
You're trying to get rid of Val, aren't you? That's what you're doing. You're trying to make
reroll.
I'm trying to improve Val.
Fuck you.
That's messed up, Elf. So, Murph, how do you feel about being a nurse?
I thought you'd never ask.
Neither did I.
Wait, why?
Oh, I found some gainful employment in the mining company of this town.
'Cause he's a liar, that's why.
No, you're looking at a fine town medic.
You are
Did
going
you tell
to
him your first name was
people.
Doctor?
By the way, I absolutely love the way that everyone has just glossed over feral cave mining people.
Look, we saw
No, we ran into lizard people not 5 days ago.
It would be cool if we had a whole subrace of like angels or chupacabras. Our world's been so flipped upside down, it's ridiculous.
We have.
Oliver did not piss off mole people. He only pissed off angels.
Yeah, we should talk about that though. We should. I mean, our story's dumb. Our story's real dumb, but it's not like you want me to just go poke around in that cave.
No, you're right. We should deal with that. There's a business opportunity. You said he would sell you the sky?
No, he wants the sky.
Oh, well, I bet we could get some mirrors in there and get that to him.
Sky?
Well, yeah, that makes more sense. Or just ball up some fucking air. I don't know how this shit works anymore, guys.
I don't know.
Maybe we bring him a window.
Oh,
Into a
I like what you think, Murph.
Sunlight.
Why
Can
not?
you bottle sunlight somehow?
Amy.
Sunlight.
Murph is sunlight, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I
I
cannot
don't
disagree.
know anymore. I feel like I'm losing my mind slowly
No,
to a unjust, unkind God.
I don't like the idea of dragging the kid down
I feel
there.
the same way.
I am not a child. I don't know how many times I have to say
I'm
this.
sorry, Murph. You must understand, we're all very old compared to you.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Whoa, now.
Murph, you under 30?
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're a kid.
You're a child.
Okay.
Oh, I should mention, my room may be haunted.
Excuse you?
Not by an actual ghost, but by the memory of one. A
memory of a ghost is probably a ghost. I'm just saying. Oliver, carry on.
Remember,
Anyway,
we are dealing
it's
with
low
old people
priority.
and
So we
maybe
need to
ghosts
have an-
back in that old shack.
Exorcism, and also, we should check out that old shack, and also, either make a business deal or kill some people.
What happened
What
to
the
our
fuck?
ramen stash?
Wait, what?
What?
What happened to our ramen stash? That was supposed to
ramen
last us a
is
week.
Oh, no.
I
really?
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I bet it was that Eaton fella.
Yep,
He's canny.
definitely that Eaton. Yeah,
I can't get it past him. He's very friendly as well.
he's
so
drunk. They just wander in and grab food, whatever's convenient.
that makes sense.
It tracks completely, 100%.
Seriously, you just let people walk in and steal your food? I mean, Murph, do you want to come back and stay at the reserve again? That doesn't seem safe.
Well, we haven't
I
really
mean,
been able to
You
afford a
meant
lock here.
well.
I don't think I believe her, but I let it slide.
Oh, neither does Oliver.
Murph is 100% the type of person that starts a lie and just has to keep talking about it and hope that makes it more convincing.
Are you sure we're not related?
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh no, I hate this. Back that up.
Murph's is a different kind of bullshit.
The difference mostly is practice.
Look, I'd rather not deal with the mole people again. I think we've especially Jamie right now. I think Jamie's a bit in shock, to be quite honest. I don't want to deal with mole people again. Let's just put it that way. I've already dealt with enough shit this past month.
I'm
Mole people is a step too far.
Just writing in my journal, about the mole people.
All of it seems actually fairly humorous right now. Somehow the memory of it just seems really shockingly amusing.
Oliver.
Yes, my dear?
She's in shock. This is your first patient. Let's go.
Oh, would you like to see my operating theater?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, you have an operating theater?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's a bit dusty at the moment, so I would prefer no one actually need to be operated on. Did any of you get injured by this mole man?
Val is suddenly extremely happy that she took care of Jamie's small cheek wound.
I tell Oliver, Val patched me up. I'm fine.
Oh, excellent. Val, you can help me out. I have a bunch of old machinery in this building that is terribly out of date.
I don't want deaths on my conscience, thanks.
Oh, well, then you should absolutely help me, for not helping me would cause more deaths, surely.
Okay,
That is evil.
So
What you just said was evil.
Yeah, Oliver, that's definitely fucked up.
I think he's trying to save lives, whether they be competently or not.
I may not be a fucking saint. I'm an asshole. I will live by that. I am an asshole.
No, I'm well trained. I just have very inferior equipment. That is surely the issue.
Are you?
I go check Jamie for signs of shock.
The word that comes out of your mouth anymore. You understand that, right?
I believe all the words
Why
coming out of my mouth.
Spell corn?
Jamie, give me a composure resolve check.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Jamie seems so together, so incredibly together. Like is able to describe the incident in perfect, even tones, like it was a particularly interesting film or documentary that she recently saw, and you get the impression that she is rather delighted by the scientific interest of such an event, without the slightest tinge of fear or awkwardness.
Do we all take sanity damage because of this?
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Right? Exactly.
So this face was this pallor and this crease and this length of tooth.
Right. And its breath smelled like celery.
And Matt, do you discuss some of the
Every detail.
okay, and your theories on where it might have come from?
Yeah, definitely.
That's where Val gets in. Wait. Look, no. Like 3 generations? That's not even enough. That's not even enough. For, like, any sort of mutation to have. Like, okay, alright. Weird shit happens. But there's usually some form of scientific basis to it. 3 generations to become a mole person? Really, Jamie?
There was nothing about him that was different besides his teeth. That could have happened with just the deformity that he had on his own. Just simple adaptations that he had. We're not talking necessarily generational mutations, but that's a possibility too.
Yeah, no, that's way too extreme for the human body. Like, usually the type of people that have those sorts of mutations tend to not do so well in a perfect environment.
What if he was living off of creatures that are similar to the creatures we found? What if he'd been eating these crazy cobalt or mole men or angels or whatever they are? I mean, anything's possible out here. My scale of what's possible has changed immensely. I mean, I thought, maybe there's Bigfoot, but now it's all wrecked. Anything's possible. It's a game changer. I mean, the things we've seen, come on.
There's always a basis for it. And like, okay, maybe eating an angel will give you cancer. I could see that.
Are you sure there weren't gases in that there mine?
I would like to make note at this stage that I do not believe that Vincent has seen anything clearly supernatural in nature at any point.
Yeah, I'm taking all of this with a grain of salt. I'm not going out of my way to contradict these people who've stuck with me this far about their interpretation on what's happened, but and I mean, I've seen some weird shit in all this, even just the way people act around Murph is odd, but I don't know. I'm not talking a lot. I'm guessing it was just a weird guy,
Oh, what
Do you voice any of that, Vincent?
Hell no.
Man. You should, because I'd totally be like, well, then you're the one who's going to take him to TV.
Okay, Murph?
What if he was bit by a radioactive naked mole rat?
Okay, I
read a comic about
really
that.
bad.
Yeah, I know. I read a comic about that one time,
I have
That perks my interest.
misgivings on Spider-Man theory, alright? Look, that is a really dumb comic.
Wait,
It's
hold on.
bad
Is there a
and
theory?
stupid.
Is that real?
I think that's a very scientifically proven theory. Right?
People are idiots. No, it's. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'll bet you I could
Spider-Man.
convince someone it's real.
Val throws her face into her hands.
That was a joke. Okay.
I don't know what's real anymore.
Are you in shock? Do you need help?
Neither do I.
Oliver attempts to do like a comforting pat on the back and like stops being sassy.
So the hour of the evening has grown late, and all of you have for all of you it has come time to retire for the evening.
Actually,
And-
I have something I need to ask Oliver. Jamie looks over at you, Oliver, and she says, have you ever done any hypnosis? I need to remember more of this. I mean, I remember a lot of details, but there's something I'm missing.
Oh, hypnosis is a crackpot theory for sure.
That's
But
why I asked.
Let me just get out my leeches.
But I'll tell you, I have something even better. I will, if I can, use improvised magic on him to give him more insanity.
And more memories.
Yeah, I want more memories, more details.
Okay.
Memories that weren't even hers to begin with.
Oh god, I'm probably gonna get these memories too. That was a bad plan. Whatever.
Uh,
Oliver would do it.
Give me. This would be manipulation plus.
It's a
manipulation
chance for
plus
you to grow a spine and use magic. Don't get afraid
manipulation
of my memories.
insight. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, 4 successes.
4 successes
Does
on
he get a roll with
magical
mind
hypnosis.
dice?
That's the mind is what is used to allow the roll.
What actually happens is basically Oliver starts talking to you and sits you down and basically like pulls out one of the blanks he's holding in his pocket and is like, now roll this in your hand and really focus on the feeling. Just starts like making up a whole spiel about how this is a very special object.
You start to remember the thoughts of the creature as as like its posture and the anger that you heard in its voice, and you know that it was protecting something, a family, that it had a family deeper in the mines, and it wanted to scare you so badly that you would never come back. And you're fairly certain that you can communicate with these things on a more primal level, and you sort of dissociate for a little while, and almost like you have a waking dream about being one of them,
Awesome.
about your life and how.
Feel like I start to understand the motivations of a mole person.
Yes.
Add background, dream of mole men.
Are you about to be a mole person?
And you're pretty sure that what they think that they eat is roots, but you know that those roots, watered by human despair, they are literally living off of the despair of those who have given up their dreams. Take
So fucked up, and it makes sense.
Yeah, right? I was like, that tracks.
Take 4 sanity damage.
Whew.
Jeez.
I'm getting more from this than the actual incident? That's
Yes.
ridiculous.
You're getting more from exploring being these things than you are from seeing it the first time.
Now, this is a technique I learned from a woman in Louisiana.
And Oliver gain 3 sanity damage
And 2 paradox.
and 2 paradox.
What am I witnessing? How much of this am I gleaning? Or am I just like, it's working?
You are becoming intensely aware of Jamie's thoughts, and you're sort of like watching her dreams, and you're getting about half of the things that I'm describing, and half things that you're probably making up yourself.
Oh no! I just think I'm doing too good a job.
Yes.
I'm inflicting horror on others. I'm a monster.
Like half of the things that you think Jamie is thinking are actually things that you are making up yourself.
Fair enough.
And you are now fairly certain that Jamie is actually your cousin, because you dream of the same person when you think of your grandmother.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. And after that, the two of you are both rather exhausted from the effort and head off to sleep. And though in your dreams, Jamie sees nothing, but your world is full of smells and sounds, scratching and scrabbling sounds. And
This smells like human suffering.
Tasty human suffering.
despair, not suffering.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
you're
right.
The essence
My
of
bad, my
hopelessness. One only suffers insofar as they have hope.
Yeah, you plebeian. Know the difference in the taste.
Come on now.
So this night, everyone, please roll your composure. Difficulty of 7 minus your sanity.
Okay.
Except for Val and I, who have 6 minus our sanity. Or
no. Difficulty is 7 minus your sanity. Your sanity. This isn't the sanity roll. This is just to see what you dream about.
And is this just
Fun.
straight composure?
Yes, straight composure.
Okay. I wonder if I get any spoopy dreams with my sphere 2 thing, the ritual.
Oh,
I don't have false mind to help me with
is-
this.
Is that your prophetic dreams?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit's about to get real.
That would be 0 successes.
All right, excellent. Lots of dreaming. Matt, I think that for a fail on that roll, I think that your dreams of scrabbling and rooting about are accurately described. They remain with you when you awaken, though. They keep on coming back in hints and flashes across the day.
Sounds about right.
Sam, you dream of darkness, a deep
Again. All right, cool.
A deep darkness that seems to whisper in negative space, as if you hear kind of this buzzing, but the silent spells, they remind you of that which can be discovered in the void, and you have this sort of longing to return.
Already have plans to go back.
Yes.
How much sanity do I have?
You have 7 sanity. You have lost none, I believe.
Yeah, Vincent's been fine.
Your difficulty for this roll is 0.
I succeed.
You just barely
Nice.
succeeded at difficulty 0.
I fail badly. Oh, but does false mind protect me from this or just make my dreams weirder?
False mind.
Terrifying mole people in 1950s houses.
It makes it so that your dreams kind of have a split view, where you realize that these are mole people and also not mole people. They are regular 50s blue collar workers going about their average day, and they are also mole people scrabbling around in the dark and feeding on the roots of despair.
That's somehow worse. But they match. Oh, they match well.
Murph, you dream about Saffron talking to Sheriff Maria about you, like your ears were burning. She shows her the diamond, and she starts talking about how she thinks that the others are plotting to steal the diamond and make or just make off with the money, leaving Murph with nothing, and then the sheriff is arguing that she has no reason to think that of these people, but does promise that she's going to keep an eye out on all of them.
Okay then.
And that she'll make sure that her husband's watching.
Noted.
And that is it. Is it for the dreams? I believe that if you guys desire, we have enough time to speak with the priest as a lead-in to what's going to be happening next week.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I got time for lead in.
Your choice. Do you guys arrive for who arrives for a sermon? Listens to Father Daniel's give his speeches, and who arrives after, just in time to talk to the priest.
Vincent, he's not on good terms with his father, earthly or heavenly.
Excellent. Anyone that is?
Oh,
Jamie's
Oliver's.
my ride. So if she ends up going in the morning, Val's gonna have to suffer through a sermon.
What would I go for a sermon for?
Cool. Glad we're on the same page.
Oliver actually gets up early and does a slightly more rigorous grooming routine, and will loudly extol that, time for everyone to wake up. It's the day of the Lord. And you know what? Nothing gets me fired up more than seeing a preacher extol virtues to the crowd. Anyone with me?
That's gonna be
Gross.
a no from me, and also you don't strike me as a church person, Oliver.
Oh, Oliver leans into you and says,
Definitely
no one
strikes
is
me as a
better
church
at
person."
lying to the masses.
I see what you did there. Masses, very clever.
Just winks.
Okay.
Just gets me fired up.
Oliver being the only one who attends church in his nicest suit. I believe it's seersucker.
It's the same suit. Just pressed.
Father Daniel is looking around. There's about 50 people in the room.
Wow.
And the speech that the sermon that he gives, he says that I was going to come up here and talk and talk about the law that Christ laid down, but I've given that one the last couple weeks, and I think that today I wish to speak to you about duty, the duty for each of us to take on our roles within our community. Each part as fingers upon the hand. Each of us to take seriously the gifts that God has given us and use them to serve that function, that role that has been placed upon us, and that mantle that we have taken up. And he goes on about how important it is for someone to hold themselves to a higher standard than anyone else, to hold themselves at the standard that God would, because God will judge them in the end. And then he goes on to says, and for the news of the week, and he starts talking about the new town doctor.
During the sermon, Oliver's definitely been trying to start some like and like getting the crowd to be like, yeah, agreeing to whenever the beat hits.
The crowd seems quite taken with all of it. Give me an insight check. Wits insight.
Woof.
Ooh.
Can I
Oh,
willpower this?
Yes, you can.
I've still got one. Wait, or did my willpower recharge?
It's a new day.
It's a new day. Feeling full willpower on this. Okay, 3 successes.
You seem to note that he almost in equal turns mentions the glory of those who carry out the duties of office that have been placed upon them, in equal measure with the shame and sin associated with neglecting and damaging these duties.
Mm-hmm.
And when he is talking about you, which you get this weird feeling that he's been talking about you most of the time, he seems to welcome in glorious with glorious reverence just how wonderful it will be to have a serious, honorable, and competent doctor in the town to practice legitimate Christian medicine with true Christian morals.
He's onto you, man.
You don't think that he
Hey,
distrusts...
now I was raised in the church.
Now
I
I'm
know
actually
Christian
sad I missed
medicine.
it.
That's when you get people shaking on the ground, right?
Just one last, I don't know, with 3 successes insight if I can get this. But generally, how much game am I recognizing from this guy? Like, I guess the equivalent would be like, is he doing anything to these people? Like, is he working his mojo on them? Because that's the way Oliver thinks.
Add 2 more mind dice to your last roll. Excellent. All right.
1 more success.
Are you hoping con artists recognizes con artists?
No, I mean, that's what part of Oliver is, a consummate self-liar. He is both a devout Christian and someone who does not believe in God at all.
Excellent. You feel that several of the people there are being deeply emotionally touched by it. Some have become calmer and others more nervous, as if he is speaking to their conscience.
Okay, so some people are feeling judged, but yeah, generally he is affecting them.
Yeah, it's almost like he is able to make his speech. People find something about themselves in it.
So in short, he is a very good preacher. Cool.
Yes.
He doesn't make me get up and like introduce myself, does he?
At the end, not until the end. When he is standing by the door after having passed the collection plate, he asks you if would you be so kind to greet the folks as they're on their way out? I think that they might want to know their new doctor.
Oh, absolutely. I would be glad to have everyone know of my presence in the town and my services. I will be opening up in a couple of days. It's just going to take me a while to get settled.
And he introduces you to each person as they walk out the door. You notice that he neither addresses you with praise nor admonishment, but just simply says your name. That this is Dr. Oliver
Halderson.
Dr. Oliver Halderson, and he's going to be setting up at the foreman's house.
Good old Doc Hall.
It's like I've been caught on to.
With a bunch of cough drops, huh?
And right as that lets out, the rest of you guys arrive, having showed up just in time to miss church.
Oh, you are just the sleepiest heads I ever seen. These are my very good friends. This young woman is Murph. She's just a ray of sunshine if you ever done met one. This woman is Jamie. I believe you have met her before. She's a native of this fine establishment. I mean, of this fine town.
We've come across, but I haven't seen her on Sundays lately.
Oh, I'm sure her head is just in the ground. I give her a look, which she probably does not recognize.
Right.
People come to God when they need him. Please come in.
I introduce everybody else.
Okay.
Preacher.
It is good to meet you, Vincent. Please know that my door is open anytime if there's something that you need to speak about.
Of course.
It almost seems like he looks through you when he says that.
I tell him, well, actually, we came down here to talk to you about something.
Well, we have a little sitting room in back. Come and sit down. I'll make tea.
Sorry, Elf, but is it the first dice or the last dice that are paradox dice?
The last two for you.
I have a paradox fail on a success.
Oh, was it a single one?
Yeah, just one of the 2 paradox die was a 1 on a general success.
Okay, take 1 paradox damage.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is only something big if it's more than 1. If it's a 1 or a 10, a single 1 or a 10, you just take 1 paradox damage, and if it's a 10, you remove the paradox.
Okay.
He leads you guys in back to a pleasant sitting room with a polished oak table and a pot of tea that's already boiling or boiling shortly after you guys walk in, and he starts pouring some cups.
I just need to point out to anybody that is even like remotely insightful, Murph looks deeply uncomfortable.
Okay.
Noted. Also, was that
Right.
like tea thing mystical, or like obviously it's been like either boiling the whole time he was a thing, or is there like staff at all?
Or a timer.
It looks like he must have put it on a while ago. It's on a old iron stove that takes a long time to heat up. So it could be likely that he put it on right before the start of the sermon.
Okay,
But
I was just wondering if it was like overtly magical or not.
It
Because
is.
if it's not, it's fine.
It is a rather large kettle for just him, though.
You quite the tea drinker, preacher.
I enjoy tea when I'm trying to relax. I do wish to apologize, but I mean no insult by this, but none of you seem to be the types that are particularly comfortable with God. I wish to know what answers you've come to seek today.
Well, we're hoping to borrow a book and maybe get your opinion on angels in the local area.
Angels?
Yeah, angels.
Cough into tea.
Or chupacabras, as some people might call them.
He looks and then nods, and then he says, "I've heard rumors of these creatures, but the agents of God can take many forms. I suppose you have to ask what you mean by an angel. You cannot simply say that is a creature of God's creation and an agent of His will, because all men are made as such, and that is what the conscience is. It is a memory of God's will. So one could say that all men who have learned to follow their conscience are angels. But these are a different creature, something not human."
Bella's trying very hard not to roll her eyes.
I relay our encounter with.
I actually view that as
Truthfully.
probably the most comprehensive and understandable reason as to why I ain't right with God.
And Jamie, what was that?
I relay our encounter with the angels, the only one we had.
He looks interested, though doesn't seem to have.
Let them know that they were speaking Aramaic and that we want to make further contact with them, but the last time was so disastrous, I don't know how we'd go about it.
Does she mention that I was yelling in Aramaic?
Yeah, no, I recount the whole thing. Like,
No, I
truthfully,
think that
verbatim,
was
like,
Spanish. I'm
exactly
fairly confident.
the way I remember it.
He asked you more about what they said.
I tell him what I remember. I don't remember what I remember.
I think that you might remember about what you remember. If you remember anything, then Jamie's memory might fill in a few details. But
Well, they called us some things that weren't nice. I think they called us, was it sacrilegious whores or something like that? They
Sounds
attacked
about right.
us And they ran away. Yeah, that was about it.
you remember something about the dawn.
I don't remember something about the dawn. Okay, sure I do. I tell them whatever I
Didn't they
remember.
say something about bringing the dawn, and it was either a negative context or a positive? Negative context. It was very strange. They said something about the dawn will be bad.
And you are worried about these creatures that because they may be angry with you because you have transgressed against them.
That was entirely an accident, and he was running at me.
If you are to crash your car into the side of someone's house, it would be an accident, yes?
Oh, yes, and I would like to make amends, of course, but there were none around, and I have no idea how to find them again. Sits back and sips tea like, yep, that's where it stops.
If these are angels, as you say, then they are creatures of conscience. And as creatures of conscience, they will accept a sincere repentance. Nothing that a man is truly repentant of can be held against him in the eyes of one who truly follows God.
Would like to either like Wit's insight and or Ring of Truth, just his general reaction to all this supernatural talk.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it then.
I tell him that, from our findings that this thing was at least 1,000 years old, and I'm really sad that it had to die for us to learn what we learned. But I don't know that it was an angel or not. I want to get your take on it.
It says, you cannot kill an angel with a bullet.
Oh, thank goodness.
An angel does not have a body. An angel may inhabit a body, visit a body. They may even do so for lifetimes, thousands of years. But the angel is not the body, any more than a song is a violin. The angels were the hands of God when God made bodies in the first place. In time, with effort, this angel may make its body anew. 3 successes? Yeah, the lack of surprise is disturbing. You get a vague feeling that he is not telling you all that he knows, perhaps, but also that he seems or he seems very comfortable with that which he does not know.
Interesting. Also, BT Dubs, my insight went up thanks to Oliver.
I really appreciate his
Excellent.
his chill reaction, and I open up to him about my fears of all of this being bigger than I can handle. I mean, this is just nuts.
Real
And,
quick, I just want Oliver to ask, like, how long would you say it takes for them to rebuild their body, so to speak?
He looks and says, well, and he just kind of like looks like deep at you, and sort of this you feel this weird twinge of a fear and guilt, and he says, if the need is strong enough, 7 days.
Good to know. Thank you very much.
That's some
The
Rain
hell
shit.
Bible
That's some
did
Rain
you-
shit.
The hell Bible did you get that out of?
He says, this one. He holds up a King James Bible, and he says, just read the first chapter.
Don't say
and-
nothing about no angels there.
He says, do you think that, did you not hear that God is the King of heaven? And
Yeah.
what king has ever built a kingdom with his own hands? A king builds a kingdom with those who serve him, and angels are the servants of God.
You got some weird doctrine, preacher, but suppose you're speaking more sense than any other preacher I ever heard.
And of course, we're not here to discuss theology. I believe Jamie wanted to discuss theology with you. If you would excuse me, I need to use the restroom.
Yeah, the second Jamie starts to open up, Val's gonna look very uncomfortable, like, we shouldn't be in here for this. Like, yeah, this
I
guy
need to
is,
go make sure Oliver can find the bathroom. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, darling. Elderly just need advice from now to now. He's always like, you're so smart.
So yeah,
Jamie.
I'm telling the priest, this town is nuttier than any place I've ever been, and I've been all over the world.
Says, I don't think that it is stranger. I think that it's quieter. Have you ever been perhaps camped by a river?
Yeah, sure, of course.
At night, you hear nothing, and when people talk in a normal voice, you can barely hear them unless they yell, and it doesn't sound loud. It sounds like a river, and you don't realize how loud it is until you see how little else you can hear. The world is outside is that way as well. It is noisy and filled with distractions, but when you are here, everything has the volume turned down, and you can hear. Maybe we could call it the music of the world.
What? No, this place is quite the opposite. In the span of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've met at least 2 subspecies of people. This is insane. I just kind of go off on the details of the mole people I met yesterday and how the things that I dreamt about them, and it's just bigger than I could have ever hoped for, but crazier than I could ever want. It's nuts.
He nods and he says, these things that you speak of, they're everywhere. You pass inhuman creatures in the street of any big city, but you don't see them. You don't hear them because you can't look. Your senses are drowned out by the commotion.
This guy's fucking with my paradigm. Hold on, what?
There are angels and demons all around us, all the time. And there are the secret works of God there too. But there's simply too much to concern yourself with for the people outside to really hear, to really see. And here you can. That is why you have not come to a strange place. You've simply come to a place without ordinary distractions.
And how much you really seen, Pastor?
I've lived here for 30 years. I have seen many things, but one thing that I have learned from teaching about God for 30 years is you can't tell people that God exists or that God is real. Either they will believe you if they already thought that way, or they will not. They have to see these things for themselves. People believe nothing except what they convince themselves of. My only job is to provide the opportunity for them to ask questions of me, or better, to ask questions of themselves. Then they might believe some meaning behind what they see.
Elf, is this a node?
A little one, yeah. It is this place is a place of mild and gentle spiritual energy.
I guess I'm just uncynically trying to like actually listen around me, try and notice some of the shit he's talking about.
Give me an insight roll. Resolve insight.
I ask him what kind of suggestions he has for not going crazy in this town. How has he managed if he's been here 30 years? And the things I'm telling him aren't shocking him to keep it together. So my character's all about trying to keep it together.
I got 0 successes.
The thing that you notice most is just sort of this growing lump in your throat. You're sort of getting flashbacks of
with the node tapping. Does it bring it up?
Yes, you can add because there's only a rank 1 node, but because this is exactly within the resonance, add 3 dice.
Got 2.
Also, if you wanted to spend willpower, that's possible. Also,
spending a willpower, that would just get me 1 more.
Spending willpower will allow you to re-roll up to 4 dice if you spend 4 willpower.
Have I recovered all my willpower from last time?
You have not spent any willpower today.
I'll drop 2 of them.
Okay. That is
3 successes total.
What you get is that something about what he was saying about the noise blinding you to these supernatural things. You feel like your noise is your guilt, and as you find ways to address that, you will start to see. You'll start to see more of what's around you. Also, you feel like the words that are said here soak into the wood. Not so much that that you could ever like fish them back out, but they just sort of have soaked into the very place in itself, almost like it has emotionally colored the space.
When I realize that he's actually talking sense, and I'm actually having to look at the shit I've done and think about it and concentrate on it, I think my eyes just kind of well up and I step the hell out of that room.
Oh,
Okay.
hey. Oh, hey.
I if Oliver gets in front of me, I push him and I walk past.
Whoa.
Whoa, now.
Hey,
The bathroom's that way if you're in a rush.
I step outside the church.
I follow.
What's up with him?
So that makes 4 of the 5 people that stepped out of the room because they couldn't even.
Yeah, basically.
It's emotional shit. Not here for it. Nuh-uh.
And that's why the guy with willpower 7 is the one left.
I still got the open question. Hey,
Okay.
how do you deal with this? You've been here 30 years? This is...
He says, well, in my early days, I left often. I would go back to my uncle's vineyard, closer to the city, a place where I could distract myself. A little wine helped, and perhaps some excitement from time to time. Things to take away the clarity that can be all too much at once. Perhaps, though, you don't need this. Perhaps you are ready to dive in with both feet. But if that is not so, you need to find a place where you can unburden yourself. And if you wish, I would offer here as such a place to give what help I can.
Might take you up on that. I wasn't expecting as calm and collected a reaction as I got from you. This is actually very helpful.
He nods and pours you some tea.
I have some tea. I
Uh,
asked him if he has the book on Aramaic that I was after.
He nods and comes back with a book of Aramaic translations.
I asked him if he would be interested in making contact with these people next time I attempt to.
He says if they wish to come to church, by all means, all are welcome.
No, I think we'll have to go to them.
Well, tell them that from one servant of the Lord to another, I send my goodwill and my good wishes, and
Okay.
perhaps we could exchange letters.
Yeah, write them a letter. It'd have to be in Aramaic, I suppose, but
He nods and pulls a sealed envelope out of his pocket
what the fuck?
and hands it to you.
Okay,
It
I
is.
take it.
It actually has a wax seal.
I look at it like he's some sort of out of time fop. Look peculiar. Happen to carry a letter in Aramaic in your pocket, sealed in wax?
Sometimes God gives me a hint of what might be to come, and I'm not one. I am not one to question those things too closely.
Oh, well, I would like to question the hell out of it. Do they happen at any specific times? You know, when the moon's full, or once a month, or I start questioning him about his prophetic dreams.
They're neither. They are neither accurate nor often nor always timely. This letter has been in my pocket for 2 years now.
Huh, okay.
But it says what I needed to say.
Okay. Sounds good, I guess. This whole thing's bizarre.
Oh,
Margarita.
Heal 2 sanity damage.
Yay!
God damn it, if I knew talking to a priest would work.
If only I knew.
Let's
That
hire
confession
a
is good for the
therapist.
soul.
It's okay. I'll give you one of my heal sanities when I come out and tell you that, that this
No.
guy's not nuts.
Val's not gonna listen.
Yeah, none of us are going to believe you.
I'm the only one in touch with my occult and emotions enough for this.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
Val's not a...
So-
Val was raised Hispanic Christian
Uh,
and definitely does not believe in it anymore.
Excellent.
well, I believe in all the myths, so I guess that leaves me more open to it.
She
Anyway,
fears one thing and one thing
I
only,
bid him adieu
LaChunga.
and
See,
I
I think
I
that
thank him for his help.
He nods and he says, "Thank you for your company."
Made a new friend. Yay!
Then outside, I believe Vincent is talking to Murph.
Indeed, I would like to try to catch up to him first.
All right, I leave.
Okay.
Try to catch up with the rest of the Scooby-Doo gang.
oh my god, are we like Buffy? Are we the Scooby Gang?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, they're more competent.
And
Am
more
I able to
heroic.
find him?
Yeah, the Buffy team was way more competent than us.
If we came here in a car, I lament the fact that I gave up smoking 10 years ago.
Oh, that's really ironic.
I lean against it.
Okay, well, I go catch up to him and I find him by the car and I check my pockets and you see me pull out from an interior, like really deep pocket, this little wooden box and it's got like a little latch and it's clearly really beaten up and it's covered in stickers. And I open it and there's little hand rolled cigarettes in it. And I offer you one.
Murph!
I wordlessly take
Same.
one.
Look, I know it's a terrible habit. Like, you don't have to give me the spiel, I know.
We
No,
don't
no.
see this.
Val isn't there, but she feels the disturbance in the force.
We're both in the hallway being like,
Something is wrong with Murph.
No. You can make your own call. Smoke them if you have to. Give them up eventually if you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's really rare, but churches. You too?
Yeah, this is a weird town we're in, Murph. I don't know how to feel about it.
You see,
And,
like for me, it's not about like God, right? It's the church, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't go much, but when I did, I always felt weird. You hear the ways people were supposed to be, and Christian or not, I just didn't know anybody like that.
Yeah, like they draw this, this line that you're supposed to meet these standards that are like literally impossible. And when people try to hold you to them, I don't know. I just don't think it ever works out particularly well for anybody.
Yeah, but This guy in there,
Gives you the heebie-jeebies, right?
yeah, I think the thing that upset me most was I think that man might have been talking sense, Murph.
I feel like there was a grain of truth to what he was saying, but I don't know. I just don't like the way he was saying it, I guess.
Yeah, well, he definitely knows more than he was saying. I think that's for certain.
Well, I mean, that's like obvious. Anybody with eyeballs could see that. But hey, I'm proud of you. You lasted way longer than I did.
Well, Jamie's got a tolerance for all this. The woman's, she's really got her head screwed on, all right.
It's wild. It's really impressive, to be honest.
You gonna be all right, Murph? You're always smiling and acting like everything's all right. And I mean, if you're really feeling that way, good. But I don't know. I suppose most people don't always feel that all right.
I mean, I don't know. I guess sometimes it's just easier to smile than it is to frown. You know, they say
It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
And I've been giving my face a workout.
yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. Like obviously he had some information they need to share. Maybe they gleaned something. Maybe their souls are saved and restored.
Just shit gets any weirder, you stay close, all right?
I think I can do that. And Vincent, I want you to show me how to shoot guns.
Yeah, okay. Just don't aim them at the wrong people, all right? It's a bad road.
Well, yeah, I mean that's one of the universal safety rules, right? You keep your fingers straight and off the trigger. You have to always check that it's on safe. Never point a gun at anything you don't intend to shoot.
Yeah, the next rule, the one they don't tell you, when you point it at that thing that you intend to shoot, you pull it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And then you deal with the consequences of it. And sometimes they don't show up for a long time, but they will. They catch up. So you really don't point that gun at anything you don't intend to shoot, because you'll end up thinking about it for the rest of your life if you do.
If he allows me to, I just hug him.
Yeah, I don't say anything else, and I don't know if I hug back, but I take a puff and I don't fight it.
Hey, you quit smoking around her.
I quickly put mine out.
I put my shades on.
Murph,
What a terrible habit. Am I right, ladies?
Murph,
Ma'am?
don't you ma'am me,
I don't know. Smoke if you want.
Jamie.
Look, it's not even like weed.
It's horrible for you, but so are cave monsters.
Weed is one thing, okay? But like seriously, look, we've all
I thought
dabbled
that
in
weed
weed.
would be worse. I'm so sorry.
No, seriously. Oh,
Or-
Tap in my pocket.
is she in her rebellious phase? Is this what a rebellious phase is like?
I think
I
it
don't know.
should
She's
be.
an
I don't know.
adult.
I say we turn the rest of Sunday into Sunday Fun Day. I say we make margaritas.
Yes, margaritas. Yes.
I did see there were some limes at the store. I'm gonna
Alright.
go pick
Yeah.
some
Oh,
up.
margarita time.
it.
And perhaps on the way you can tell me that story about the man in the cave one more time. I think I might have a fresh perspective on things. So I take one more draw, throw it down on the ground, and rub it out with my heel and step into the car.
And thus the gang goes and buys the town's only 3 limes.
Without Val. Val
And
has business.
Can we even legally purchase alcohol on a Sunday?
Um,
Oh my God, is
In
it a
California?
dry county?
I
I
mean,
mean,
is
No, we're in
is
California.
is
There's no
she
dry
going to
counties in
run next door and tell the sheriff to come and arrest you for trying to buy alcohol?
look, I don't know, man.
I think that that you're allowed to buy alcohol in this town unless Maria tells you to stop drinking so much.
Now, look, actual real life fun fact. I grew up somewhere where you couldn't legally purchase alcohol on Sundays, and then
I lived
eventually
somewhere where
they
that's true.
they lifted that law so that you can only buy after 10 a.m.
I think we drive by Eaton's shack and see him drunk as a skunk, and we're like, all right, we think we're good.
We're in.
He
Oh
looks
my
more
gosh.
still drunk from last night than drunk today.
Rough.
but he does seem to have have managed to fix Val's car,
Good.
Hooray.
Yeah.
which
Finally, Jamie doesn't have to give Val rides anymore.
which
That's okay. I like
which
having a friend. It's good.
but Vincent is pretty aware of the state in which this car was fixed, and so take that as you will.
Good
All right.
enough.
So we call it here. First off, 5 XP for everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
I like those.
Oh, and also Vincent,
Mhm.
your maximum in Prime has increased to 3.
Awesome.
Sanity rolls. Who has sanity damage?
Not me.
I do.
Thanks a lot.
I do. Yay. Oh,
Okay.
wait, not yay. Ooh.
1.
Please give me. Oh wait. So for each of you, tell me how you got your sanity damage. And I'll tell you what to roll to try and remove it. And how
DM
much it
blank. I apparently saw a silhouette of a mole man.
The deep and clawing shadows of the darkness. Okay, give me a composure occult roll.
Alright.
And how much sanity damage was it?
Just the 1.
Okay, then you only need 1 success.
You can do it. You can do it.
Now that you said that, now I won't do it.
Just to spite you.
You will.
2 successes.
Oh, thank God.
The sanity damage is also removed.
Yeah, take that, elf.
I knew you
Uh,
could do it. Me, on
Matt.
the other hand, I'm going to be fucked.
How did you get your sanity damage?
Oh, you know I got my sanity damage. Don't make me repeat it again.
Stared into the abyss and then was like, I didn't get good enough look the first time.
And
that
you
abyss
exposed
stared
more.
back.
The
Who's
abyss
the most bullshit person I know?
and the abyss made out with your face. Okay, how much sanity damage do you have?
7 minus 2 is 5.
Give me a roll of 10 dice minus intelligence and occult.
10 dice minus intelligence and occult.
Yes.
So I'm going to lose based on what I know.
Yes.
Oh my god. So I get to roll 4 dice.
Okay, roll 4 dice. 2 successes. You only lose 1 permanent sanity.
Yay!
Welcome to the Permanent Sanity Loss Club.
Woo! Yay!
Yikes.
I think the last one that's going crazy is Oliver.
Yeah, I have 3 sanity, and I gained the sanity by looking into the mind of the most sane lady.
This is one that was too sane. Yes.
Yes, way too sane, and was like, let me look at that abyss again.
Okay, this one will be your composure insight.
Okay, that's 5. 3 successes.
Damn you! I am thwarted.
I already have permanent sanity loss. Can't stop me now.
Good
You
job,
do not
Oliver.
You do not get any crazier this time. Also, add the rote delve into madness.
Assuming
Awesome.
mind
I
3.
was hoping you get something like that.
Yes, it is a form of hypnosis that will allow you to inflict sanity damage on a voluntary target to allow them to learn things that they could not know about themselves and others.
I was really hoping that this would lead for you to get a way to repair sanity damage.
Yeah, that would have been nicer. I assume this is a ritual.
This is a
Do
ritual.
you
Yes.
think Elf would ever give any of us that ability?
Well, I'm more that just doesn't fit Oliver too well.
No, he doesn't really understand how to help people. He's working on it.
He's
You
like a
had
weird
better
cross in between like
spend
the Water
whatever-
Boy and Count Olaf.
You had better spend whatever you get on XP from medicine, like studying up
Seriously.
between sessions, or Vincent is going to be very upset if you get that job and he doesn't catch you studying.
He has been studying. That's why he has medicine too.
Okay.
More training montage.
If you reveal yourself to be a half-competent doctor, things might be okay.
Then hopes and fears. Did you guys make any progress towards your hopes?
Yes.
What hope and how?
My hope to, find a direction and or goal. And I feel like I've found not 1, but 2. I definitely want to help both Vincent and 13 realize like their own potential and, that they can be good people and they are worthy of being saved.
Okay. Replace your former hope of finding direction with that hope and gain 3 XP.
I feel like through both Murph and that pastor, the second part of my hope of doing what little I can to make up for my past cruelties has some more shape and form to it.
1 XP.
Cool.
You need the next step is to find some form of concrete action to address them.
Perfect.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, making new friends.
Oh, the priest. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about Moment too.
Soon.
He left a love kiss on my cheek.
Yeah.
I ship it. I ship it.
Okay. Yes. For the priest, I will award 2 XP for that.
Yay.
That is definitely a good friend to have, especially whilst one is in the process of discovering such things. Oh, and also your max on spirit increases to 4.
I'm sorry, did you say 4?
Increases by 1.
Increases by 1. Okay, because it's just 1 now.
So yeah, your max on spirit is 3 now.
Okay.
I might have, maybe. I feel like Val kind of, at least, sort of on the edge of her fear of her getting distracted from her original goal when going in with Jamie and sort of the mole people thing.
So discovering all this stuff that is so not evolution, that is so far away from the way that things are supposed to work.
Then sort of she cared more about Jamie's mental and physical state at the moment than really diving into whether or not this might be something that would help her goals.
All right, I'll give you 1 XP for your fear.
Cool.
I have a fear. My first fear is pain and tragedy befalling others because of me, and I led Oliver to that doctor's office.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, you have. That is your first point. You must find a way to mitigate this next session if you possibly can.
He's either becoming a better doctor or he is gonna stop being the doctor.
I want a showdown scene at some point.
I'm
You
gonna
son
botch
of
my
a
first
bitch.
medicine roll. It doesn't matter how many dice I have.
Happy accident. I got you.
See, that's why you need to be my nurse.
I
'Cause
got you.
Otherwise,
See what I'm
I will
saying?
get wrecked.
Oh, I'm curious about the happy accent for botching removing an exploding gallbladder.
Yeah. So my fears came around exactly like I thought they would.
Which fear is that? Oh, going mad?
That I'm going mad and that it's bigger than I can handle.
2 XP.
Woohoo.
Murph,
My fear definitely came around. I feel like I stared it directly in the face.
which is and your fear is?
Essentially sucking the luck out of everybody else. I feel like going to go see 13 and risking that, with Oliver saying, oh, it'll explode and oh, they'll nullify each other. I feel like going by myself to go see 13, it's directly staring that fear in the face.
I will give 1 for that. Yes.
I feel like Oliver nailed Pill Over the Community.
Oh my. Yes. There is 2 XP for that.
Yeah, because first he got the position and then he went out in public and was like, yes, I am this person.
Yes.
Fine, upstanding citizens.
Oh my, yes, you did.
And I don't know if this counts, but cause of death, me, in the same way that it's threatening Vincent. I feel like he has the same worry, but it hasn't really hit him hard yet.
Yeah, you won't get nothing for that until you start getting patience.
I might have to have a New Hope instead of Pill Over the Community next time.
Yeah,
Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope.
Yeah.
You have largely fulfilled that one. You can change it. What would the new one be?
I don't know. I need to think of it.
Okay.
I think a successful patient, but that's seems kind of narrow to me.
That is actually a good one. It would be a 1 XP hope, but it would be a very clearly defined one that would that you could accomplish and move on from. So that's a great one. I like very very specific ones. Okay, anybody else for hopes or fears?
Oh, just real quick, did the image of cowardice thing have to be a physical violence thing?
No, not necessarily. Just real danger.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't a huge thing, and certainly nobody saw me doing it.
Which thing?
I was thinking specifically social danger of going out in public alone versus the other talky person and being like, yes, we are going to talk.
You'll have to have some more risk than
No, I figure that.
Embarrassment is something that you've dealt with often enough.
Fair.
I think if that's all for hopes and fears, then nods.
I got mine.
Okay.
the whole hypnosis is the crackpot theory.
One for Oliver for that.
Yay.
All right.
I got
Jamie?
mine, but I thought Vincent and Murph's scene was very heartwarming with their sharing emotions and whatnot, and talking about how they feel about church and sharing cigarettes, and I loved all that. I was eating it up.
It was
How dare
really
you steal my nod?
it was really good. An XP for both of them.
Thank you.
That was also my nod.
Great. Good thing I awarded 2 XP on it. Vincent.
Well, my nod was also still right there for Murph.
Give myself the nod.
I
No,
nod my own dick.
I'll actually, at first I wasn't sure how I felt about it, and then when I really thought about the idea of Jamie being grabbed by the face and saying the absolute logical thing when confronted by this monstrosity and going insane by acting completely normal, the more I love it. So I'll give that my nod.
Thank you.
Bitch, I'm looking for Tourmaline. What the hell are you looking for?
For being so very not crazy.
I was initially, because I was thinking through the game, things that happened, and one of them was, initially I was like, oh, it's for sure going to be Murph, going immediately away from Oliver, being like, just don't lie to this lady. Anyone but this lady. Then she goes and just straight lies to her, and he's like, oh my god. But then Vincent getting emotionally destroyed and marching out past everyone and just shoving Oliver out of the way was also very good.
All right, I like that one too.
I feel like the second one I liked more because it was emotionally resonant.
Okay, one more for Vincent then.
Thank you.
Mr. Steal Your Nod.
So you're not still a girlfriend.
I'm sorry.
To the final decision, and the world will break apart today, and the world will break apart today.
And I was really, my hopes were really pretty low when we couldn't even arrange a simple fence. We're we go to the friggin' 7-Eleven and we're no, you call.
We got
No, you
slushies.
call. No.
I was super
We got
psyched.
slushies.
Did
That was
succeed
such
for
a
slushies,
success.
alright.
Do we get XP for slushy?
Yes, do we get XP for slushies?
XP for slushies.
That's 2
XP
successful
for slushies.
sessions. Oh.
I'll get you all a willpower bonus for next time from slushies.
Yes.
Good.